Hi, today is February 10th, 2023. Here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 243 for the year, Burt Bacharach. You are receiving some beautiful tributes, but this will not be one of them, Burt Bacharach. I feel as though the best I can do this morning is to rattle off a few things about you that come to mind. The first one is, I had already more or less decided that I would not get that album that you made with Costello that is coming out next month. I still may, but I already have that album that you made with Costello that came out back in 1998. Toledo from that album is one of those songs that enters my head and gets me singing as I walk down the street. And it was actually Costello who introduced me to I Just Don't Know What to Do With Myself back in 1977 or 78, and which was probably the first cover I ever heard Costello sing. And hearing that song for the first time was also the first time I really noticed how beautiful and brilliant your music was. The way Costello sang, I'm so used to doing everything with you, planning everything for two, and now that we're through. The pain in the music, the yearning, the sadness, I was blown away. I already knew a lot of your songs. As I rewatched Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid last month, I was like, fuck me, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. It's a really catchy motherfucking song. I remember when that song came out. I was only 9, but at the time, I thought that it was a bit too poppy for my taste. But the song never left me, just like Close to You never left me, just like I'll Never Fall in Love Again, Do You Know the Way to San Jose, What the World Needs Now, Walk On By, and I'm leaving out some great ones, and I could go on, but I won't. And I'll admit I'm not your biggest fan, and much of what I know about you I found out last night. I'm just another someone who loves a fuck ton of your songs and who thinks it's awesome that there is an album with some new songs by you that is coming out less than a month after your death at 94, even if I don't buy it. You made some fantastic music that made a lot of people very happy, and I guess I'm just going to leave it there. Poem number 244, Not Impossible. It's not impossible. It would be better if it were impossible, because I really don't feel like doing it, nor do I feel like figuring out how to do it. I definitely can figure out how. That's not impossible either, but I don't want to figure out how to do it, because then it would be slightly more possible to do than it is now. The closer to impossible it is, the better an argument I have for not doing it. And I don't want to do it, so I wish it were impossible. But it's not impossible. As impossible as it feels, it's not impossible. It's not impossible to figure out how to do it, and it's not impossible to do it. And so, God fucking damn it, I guess I'm going to have to fucking do it. Poem number 245, Outage. A service outage, a lack of wattage, an act of outrage, a little cottage, alone in the dark, without any power. The water still works. I'll take a shower. Poem number 246, Artistic License. Yeah, there was a service outage. It lasted less than an hour, but in fact I didn't shower, and I wasn't in a cottage, and there was no lack of wattage as far as I know, and the lights did not go out. It was just an issue with the Wi-Fi. There wasn't anything outrageous about it, really. So what I'm saying is, I took a lot of artistic license with that last little poem. I'm not apologizing for it. I'm just letting you know. And the last poem of the day is poem number 247, Today's Quintuplets. I've been really lollygagging today, taking my time, getting distracted, walking away and coming back. I could say, well, there was a service outage, but the service outage didn't come until 10, and I'm usually done with the day's poems by then. I could say I have a lot on my mind, but I have about as much on my mind as I usually do, which may be a lot or maybe a little, I don't know, because I don't know how to quantify that shit. But the point is, there is no reason why the amount of stuff that I had on my mind this morning should have been any obstacle to my having gotten the poems done 3 hours ago, and yet here I am. I think the best explanation for my tardiness is that I've been lollygagging. It's funny because it was only yesterday, number 238, 9 poems ago, I was talking about the artificial deadline of 9 a.m., and here I am a day later and I'm late. Not late in the sense of I missed my period and a baby is coming, but late in the sense of I missed my deadline and the babies are overdue. But they are finally ready. Today's quintuplets are finally born. And that's it for today. Thank you again, or for the first time, if you're here. If you're not here, then you're not here for me to thank. So, you who are here, thank you for being here. I really, truly do appreciate it.